Hi, I am Kathy Henry and I am a licensed clinical social worker in the Indianapolis area, and I am proud to work for Healing Hearts of Indy. Today I want to talk about how to get more intimacy in your life. I've had a number of couples come in recently, and it's been interesting to work with them because their chief complaint was that they do not have intimacy with their spouse. As we uncover what's going on in their relationship, one of the things I'm finding that I find very fascinating is that the person that was complaining about not having intimacy in their marriage, is actually the one that was getting in the way of the intimacy. So it's not an uncommon thing to have happen, and I thought I would talk about it today just to kind of get some information out there about it. So the number one thing I want to talk about with regards to intimacy is, what is your definition of intimacy? What do you think that it is supposed to look like? Most of us have a view of intimacy as the kind that we have when we first get together with our partner, where we are open and accepting and freely sharing information with one another. We're eager to talk and listen to our partner and what they have to say, and to tell them about our lives and what's going on and what we've experienced. But as we're in the relationship longer and longer, we realize that not all intimacy feels good. So if my partner says, "I was really hurt by something that you said earlier," they're actually being intimate with us. However, it doesn't feel good. And so then we don't see that as intimacy, and when in reality, that is intimacy. So we're kind of getting in the way of having intimacy because we are only looking at and measuring the good intimacy, or what we see as what feels good type of intimacy. Another thing that happens is we don't realize how we are getting in the way, or how we might be blocking intimacy from happening in our relationship and not even know it. One of the ways that happens is we are doing some things that make it not safe. Like, for example, if my partner shares that they were hurt by something that I did, or if they're sharing something about what they experienced it and that causes me to feel threatened in the relationship, then I might blow up. And if I blow up, then that makes my partner less inclined to share the next time. And so that's blocking the intimacy. So if we don't do some things to make it safe and let our partner feel whatever it is that they feel, and deal with our reactions separately, then we are going to be blocking the intimacy. Secondly, a lot of times, especially the longer we've been together, we start to make some assumptions about our partner, like, well, he wouldn't want to hear about that, or yeah, she's not, that's not something she'd be interested in. And it's not really fair for us to make those kinds of assumptions. And I know we use the information that we have based on what we've experienced in the relationship to come up with those assumptions. But especially the longer we've been in the relationship, we have to give our partner a chance to say for themselves and not assume that we know what they want or they wouldn't want. Thirdly is sometimes we'll have short responses. So our partner might ask, "How was your day?" And we say, "Fine." And we don't, so that's an intimacy blocking type thing. If I share, and a lot of times, men especially, they're not inclined to talk about emotions and whatnot, and women are more inclined to. So sometimes men are blocking intimacy and they don't even know it. So that's one of the things. So if you want some information on how to get more intimacy with your partner, number one, certainly our counselors can help you. Another suggestion is a book called The 7 Levels of Intimacy, which is by Matthew Kelly. It's a wonderful book and will help you to gain some insight into what intimacy is and how to gain more intimacy with your partner, and trying to understand all the different levels of intimacy. And one more thing is, as I talk about intimacy with couples and with people trying to have intimate relationships with their partners, that this intimacy stuff I'm talking about carries over to all of our relationships, and most notably to the ones that we have with our children, which is so very important. We have got to allow intimacy to happen there in order to have a healthy relationship with our children, where we are connected and we're involved in their lives. But we have to be able to make it safe. We have to know how to get into those inner layers of intimacy, and we need to be able to know what we're doing that gets in the way and blocks the intimacy. So if you need some more information on intimacy, I encourage you to give us a call here at Healing Hearts of Indy, and we'll be happy to help you out. So I wish you the best of luck in your work with intimacy, and thank you very much for listening.